Hi, let me present another Drambo module. This one is called Acidline, and as you could guess based on the name and on the layout, it's somewhat of a TB303 recreation. It doesn't sound exactly the same, it lacks one feature, but it adds another one. So going from left to right, we have pitch, which can go from -1 to +1 octave. We have waveform with a saw waveform on the left and the square on the right. We have cutoff resonance for the filter, envelope amount, and decay for the envelope. And at the end we have a shaper and a high pass filter, which can remove a little bit of a low end that's added by the shaper. So let's hear how it sounds. This is the saw waveform. This is the square waveform. Let's add a little bit of resonance. And a little bit of saturation. Okay, and now for something that TB303 cannot do. TB303 has a switch which is used to select the waveform. So you can either have saw or square, but here we have a crossfader, so we can have a waveform that's in between, for example, a saw and a square, something that a TB303 cannot do. And so you can get a unique waveform. So as you could notice, some of the steps have glide, and to achieve that you need to edit the gate time of steps where you want glide. For example, the first step has a gate time of 0.5 and it doesn't have glide, but this step has a gate time of 1.5, and here we can hear glide, here too, and here too. So if we change this glide value to 0.5, there won't be glide at that step. So if you, for example, have a gate time longer than 2, you will overlap 2 notes. With 1.5, you're just overlapping the next note and have a glide that's just affecting those 2 notes. Let me show you the internals of Acidline. Acidline is pretty simple from the front end, but inside it's made of quite a lot of modules, and that's because you know, Roland's TB303 has a specific sound, and in order to get close to that sound, I had to change the waveforms. For example, I used graphic shaper. The square waveform, for example, is not even a square, it's a saw waveform with a graphic shaper to make this a little bit of distorted square, similar to the one in the TB303. I won't go into details about every single module. I'll just show you these 4 main controls: cutoff, resonance, envelope, and decay. For example, cutoff is not controlling only the cutoff of the filter. So it controls cutoff of somewhat of a pre-filter, it's a low-pass filter also, and cutoff and resonance of the main low-pass filter. Resonance controls cutoff and resonance of the main low-pass filter, and also cutoff of the high-pass filter, because when you crank up the resonance in a TB-303, you lose a little bit of low end, and that's simulated with this resonance amount on the high-pass filter. The envelope amount controls the amp amount of the envelope, but also filter and resonance, and decay controls only the decay. At the end, we have a compressor, which shouldn't work a lot when there is no saturation, but when you add saturation, the level gets a lot higher. So in order to control that level, I added a compressor at the end. Those of you who are very familiar with the TB-303 will probably ask, where is the accent? Unfortunately, that's something that I couldn't recreate. And yeah, I'm inviting you to join the conversation on BeepStreet's forum. And if you have an idea how to implement this, please share it. Let's listen to Acidline accompanied with a Drambo tonic. Download links for Acidline and Drambo can be found in the description. I hope you like it. Bye.